What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition Power Gamers Tactics Room. I'm your host, Bill Braun Bafflestone, and today we are having another episode of my deep dive series, this time into ingested poisons. But first, I have a sponsor today. So once again, many thanks and huge shout out, this time to Tasha's Tattoos. I understand there's a new outlet opening soon in Blingdenstone, which I'm very excited about, so please keep Tasha's Tattoos in mind for all of your magical and non-magical tattoo needs. So, ingested poisons. This is something of a follow-up to a previous video of mine from about a week ago where I covered combat poisons, where I stated that no one is going to be eating ingested poisons in combat, and it was pointed out to me that in Dungeons & Dragons, you actually can force people to consume ingestible poisons through the command spell or dominate person or what have you. So, okay, point taken. Plus, let's face it, there is more to Dungeons & Dragons than just combat, and in the interaction side of the game, okay, a power gamer probably should have the ability to poison a wedding or something if he really wants to. So fine, let's take a look at ingestible poisons. There are 5 ingested poisons in the game: Assassin's Blood, Pale Tincture, Torpor, Midnight Tears, and Truth Serum. So I'm going to just say right off the bat, spoiler alert, none of these poisons are as good as a combat poison as Essence of Ether. They just don't impart a powerful or interesting enough end condition to supplant Essence of Ether as the premier combat poison. So right away we can wipe that off the board. We're not going to have to figure out crazy ways to get them to ingest poisons. They're just not good for combat. However, for the interaction side of the game, I also don't find them that impressive. Of the 5, 2 are just weak sauce. One is more of a prank. Another is really weird and expensive. And then the final one is really good but niche. So the 2 weak sauce ones are Assassin's Blood and Pale Tincture. Both of them just do a little bit of damage and impart the poison condition for 24 hours. Pale Tincture sticks around a little bit, but neither of these is anything that a power gamer is going to concern themselves with. This is the sort of stuff that DMs use to challenge first-level characters. Next, we have Torpor, which is a weird one. It imparts the incapacitated condition and poisoned for 46 hours, and that's just kind of strange to me. I mean, it's not as good as unconsciousness. Incapacitation removes your action and your reaction, but you can still move around, you can still talk, you can even use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon or Misty Step or something. So this is the sort of thing that you put in the punch bowl at your high school reunion for a few laughs. At best, a distraction. I mean, maybe you can think of ways to use this, but just in extremely contrived scenarios. And similarly, Midnight's Tears. I mean, it's super expensive, so it's going to have to knock my socks off. And it doesn't really. I mean, it's got this weird condition that it doesn't take effect until the stroke of midnight and just does, decent damage. If you can figure out what to do with that, great. More power to you. As far as I'm concerned, power gamers don't need to concern themselves with it. And then finally, we have Truth Serum, which, hey, yeah, that's great. I mean, low DC, but it's cheap. Just, give them more. Something that every, adventuring party should have. I highly recommend it. But that's the only useful ingestible poison out there. The others are just weak and niche and not really the sort of thing that a power gamer needs to concern themselves about. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. This has been the Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition Power Gamers Tactics Room. I'm your host, Bill Braun Bafflestone. See you next time.